G'day guys, welcome back to another episode of Bordeaux Supercoach. This is the round 7 review, I think. Let me just double check. 2026. Yeah, round 7 review. Um, is it? No, it's the round 8 review, sorry. This is the round 8 review. So let's see how we did. 2071, which is top 40%. So unfortunately, I still can't seem to get a good score for the week, even though, um, I think my team isn't actually that bad anymore, like on paper. Like, I think my team's pretty decent. It's just, I can't seem to get any luck to go my way at the moment. Um, like, it seems like I always get the rookie roulette wrong in terms of which rookies to bench and put on the field. I always seem to have all the underperforming Premos of the week. So, look, I think a lot of it at the moment is just bad luck. Although, to be fair, I have also made some plenty of dumb decisions in both my starting team and who to trade. I think I've just been pretty lazy with my decision making. Haven't really put enough like research into it. Which I think next year I'll definitely just try and be a bit less lazy and just think through some of my decisions a bit more. But yeah, look, top 40% for the round. It's better than what it was a few weeks ago. I was like top 55%, so it's slowly getting better. And as you can see here, I went up in the ranks a whole 2 positions. So you got to start somewhere. Who knows? Maybe this is the turning point of the season. Um, my overall rank is still shocking, 78,000, and I also lost my Supercoach Cup matchup by like 40 points. So, first week of the Supercoach Cup, and I'm already out, which is pretty disappointing. But yeah, look, 2071, even though it's worse than the last few weeks, I feel like I had a better week than compared to the last few weeks because I feel like this week was a pretty low scoring week. There was a lot of popular primos who uh, underscored, like Jack Sinclair was one, Flanders underscored, who else? Messiah underscored, a lot of the St Kilda players underscored. And there was definitely more, but I can't remember off the top of my head. But we'll get into the team. So, yeah, Whitfield was good. He's been really good the last like 5 or 6 weeks after a pretty slow start to the season. Yeah, I've been really happy with him. I was fuming with Whitfield in the first few weeks, but he's more than made up for it the last month or so. Sinclair's had a pretty bad month. He had an amazing start, but then he's been pretty bad the last few months. Josh Wall, this was a putrid trade in. Like, I don't know what I was thinking getting this guy in. Like, yes, he's been good, but he's never been able to score like a primo consistently. Like over the last couple seasons, even like last year, I think he almost. I can't remember if he made the Australian team or not. I think he made the squad, but like he still wasn't able to put up primo scores. And even this year, like he had a couple good games to start the season, but the last few weeks have clearly shown that he's probably not a primo. So look, I don't know if I'm going to be able to trade him off. I think I'll probably just have to finish my team and then see if I have the money and trades at the end to get rid of fake primos like Josh Wobble. I might not. In fact, I probably won't. So I might just have to keep him for the season and hope that he can at least do like 95. Um, yeah. So look, this is not ideal. Dan Houston's been great the last few weeks. Yeah, he was amazing for Collingwood. Yeah, we drew to Hawthorn. Um, look, if you had told me before the game that we would somehow manage to draw against Hawthorn, I would have taken that in a heartbeat because I thought we were going to get smacked by like 10 goals, I'm not going to lie. And Look, we probably should have got smacked by 10 goals because they dominated like the midfield battle, like, you know, plus 30 inside 50s, won pretty much every single centre bounce. But like when we got the ball in our inside 50, we were just clinical with it. Like the first month of the season, we can't score a goal any time it goes inside 50. Like we're the worst inside 50 team. But we've somehow managed to like completely flip the script the last couple of weeks, ever since like the fourth quarter against Carlton, where we got like 4 goals in 4 minutes. We've just actually been like one of the best inside 50 teams. So yeah, that's been good to see. And we also like our defense was unbelievable. Like I genuinely think we have like a top three defense in the league. Billy Frampton is unreal. Like he could genuinely make the All Australian team. If he keeps this up, he has been honestly like probably one of the MVPs of Collingwood for the year. But yeah, look, it was heartbreaking to fumble the win in the last minute like that. Like we had led the whole game against them. At some points, we had led by like 4 goals, and then yeah, to fumble the lead, Darcy Moore. Look, it's pretty disappointing to see our captain basically cost us the game like that. Like to drop the mark and then give away the free kick, and you see other key defender captains like Alex Pearce like constantly, basically winning Fremantle games, and then Darcy Moore loses us the game. Look, part of me was fuming with him, but like I feel like Collingwood fans have also been very harsh on him because yes, he's not what he used to be, and he's fallen off a cliff, but like he's also done a lot of good for the club. Like in 2023, he was unbelievable as both a defender and a captain. Um, so look, yes, he's pretty ordinary nowadays, but I think we've just also got to remember what he has done for Collingwood over the past few years. But anyways, enough about Collingwood. Josh Lindsay was okay. Sarong had a stinker. A lot of the rookies had a stinker, to be honest. Like Sarong 30, Grill 30, Blamires 50, Anderson 20, Farrow 50, Marshall 40, Steen 40. Like the rookies were terrible this week, which is a bit annoying because now a bunch of them are gonna probably start losing money, and I'm gonna have to. And I can't trade out all of them in 1 week, so maybe I should have traded out an extra rookie last week. Um, oh well. I'm sure most of them will be fine to hold for another couple of weeks. But yeah, Butters was alright. Put the VC on him and decided not to take the 117, which I later went to regret, as you'll see when I show you who my captain was. Although I think you already saw last week when I did my trades because I didn't change anything from last video. Dacos 103. He's been pretty ordinary the last few couple weeks, to be honest. Yeah, just doesn't really seem to be able to kick at the moment. But look, he's still been playing well. I'm sure he'll be fine. Like he'll. This is good for non-owners because now he's going to be cheap. Like he's going to go below 600k and be a pretty good buy for those who didn't start him. But look, Dacos is fine. Like he's still an unbelievable player. Just had a bad couple weeks with his kicking. I'm actually not sure why he scored badly against Hawthorn. Although I don't think he scores well against them anyways normally, but I didn't actually get to watch all the game because I was working, so I was just watching bits and pieces on my phone. But yeah, I'm not really sure why Dacos only got 100 because he had like 34 touches, so you'd probably expect a bit more than 103. But anyways, Bont was solid. He had a massive first half, but I'm pretty sure. But then just kind of faded away as the game went on. Walsh was terrible. Before this week, he'd actually been a pretty decent pick. Like he'd been doing like 105, and he'd actually had a few good games where he was getting like 120. But yeah, just had an absolute stinker this week, unfortunately. Yeah, hopefully he can bounce back and get back to doing sort of 105, 110. Tanner Brunn was okay, but not spectacular. In fact, he was honestly pretty bad. 72, he lost a bit of cash, but his break even is still like sitting at about 70, so I'm going to hold him because he has Collingwood this week, and Collingwood is generally a good matchup for halfbacks. Although I actually think he's been playing wing and midfield more than halfback. But I still think Collingwood should be a decent matchup for him. So I'm going to hold him one more week. Um, but yeah, I actually don't think he's even been playing that much halfback. Like, I think he's been playing a fair bit of wing and midfield. Um, to be honest, I'm not sure because I haven't really watched a lot of games this year because I've been pretty busy with like other stuff. But I'm pretty sure he's been playing like wing. But yeah, I'm not 100% sure. I think maybe that's also the reason I've had a bad year. Like, I haven't really been like watching as much footy as I would have like last year because I've just been a lot busier. But yeah, Smith wasn't terrible. Put up a 70. I think he got more CBAs this week compared to the last few weeks. But yeah, his break even's still like 40, so I could probably just continue to hold him for a couple more weeks. Farrow had a pretty bad game. I'm not sure what his break even is, but I reckon I might trade him this week. Murdoch also didn't have a great game, but he should still be fine. His break even should still be pretty low. And then obviously all these guys sucked. I don't know why Sarders got dropped, to be honest. Like, I don't know what Brad Scott is thinking. Like, he's generally like the worst coach in the competition. Like, he changes his game plan every week, drops people for no reason, switches positions for no reason. Like, I don't know what is going through this man's head, but oh well. Anderson had a stinker. Rechko can't really complain with a 56, to be honest. Gorn, another game where he just scrapes a ton. Um, yeah, look, Max Heath is hurting him pretty badly, to be honest, but I'm hoping that it's temporary, the Max Heath situation. And maybe they're just giving Gorn a bit of a rest. Um, but yeah, look, they've got West Coast this week, so I'm really hoping that Max Gorn can get more of the ruck time this week because if he does, then he'll probably go absolutely huge against West Coast. Um, but yeah, look, we'll see. I don't know if I'll put the captain on him this week or not because even against West Coast, if Max Heath is still taking like half of the ruck contest, then Max Gorn probably won't be able to score massively anyway. So we'll see what happens. Um, McAndrew was good this week. He's got Richmond this week, so he could potentially ton up. Who knows? Sheasel had another pretty bad game. Petrarca was excellent. Flanders was terrible. Rankin was okay. I think he should be a decent like F5 or F6 option. Like I think he can do 90 from this point onwards, which for an F5 or F6 is pretty acceptable. Cook was amazing, kicked that goal to win the showdown, which I'm sure inflated his score quite a bit, which I certainly won't complain about. But yeah, 94. Yeah, he's been an unbelievable rookie. Probably one of my only good trade-ins, to be honest. Marshall had a stinker. Philippou, he's been good the last couple of weeks. I reckon I might field him this week over Marshall. Yeah, he's bounced back nicely after a really bad start to the season, Supercoach wise, and also just in general. He's bounced back quite nicely the last couple of weeks. So I think he's probably at the point where he's overtaken Marshall in terms of field ability. I don't know if that's a word, but whatever. So yeah, I'll probably field him this week. Oscar Steen. Yeah, look, he's been alright. I don't know why he's been scoring so bad, to be honest, because he's actually been playing well. Like, I don't know. I didn't really watch heaps of the game this week because I was working, but I feel like he probably still would have done a decent job in the ruck. Let's just check his stats real quick. Um, Oscar Steen. Yeah, look, he only had 10 hit outs, so I don't think he actually got a lot of the ruck contest. How many centre bounces did he have? Well, he still had most of the centre bounces, so I think he just might have not had a great week this week, which, look, is understandable. He's been excellent this year, to be honest, even though he hasn't scored a lot of Supercoach. Just in terms of just like purely from like helping Collingwood win, like there's been times where he's just like his ruck work has been unbelievable, just tapping it straight to Nick Dacos. So yeah, I think Collingwood should probably give him pretty much all the centre bounces. To be honest, I think Darcy Cameron isn't very good in the middle. Like he's still a great ruck around the ground, and he can obviously take those intercept marks. But I think from a centre bounce point of view, I think Oscar Steen should be the man for Collingwood, and I think he has been the last few weeks. He's taken a lot more of the centre bounces, so hopefully he can just keep doing 50 to 60 and get to maybe 250k. That'd be a pretty good result. And then the Sire, oh man, traded him in and I captained him. What was I thinking, dude? He's the most overrated player in the competition. Like 34 touches he had and he gets 99 Supercoach. Like he had like one good game against Melbourne last year and now everyone thinks he's like the best player in the comp. Like, oh, this really frustrated me watching this, especially when I already had Zach Butters who got like, 117, which isn't a great captain score, but it's certainly better than 99. Yeah, this was really disappointing. Yeah, look, hopefully Inside can bounce back, but he's been terrible this season from a super coach point of view. Like the only reason he gets stats is because St Kilda just tried pass the ball to him, like no matter what. But I honestly like, look, he's all right. He's a good player, but I don't think he's like an elite player yet. Like I think he just had like a good end to the season last year. I mean, look, I could just be saying this because I'm just mad that he got a 99 as my trading captain, but yeah, what can you do? Anyways, moving on to trades this week. Um, what do I want to do this week? I think I'm going to trade out. Let me see what Jack Farrow's break even is real quick. Because I need to start trading out some of these rookies, even if their break even's still like 50. So Farrow's is 63. I think I'm going to trade him out, to be honest. Um, who else should I? And I think I might trade out Grill. That gives me 625. And I think I want to get in Finn Callahan. He's pretty cheap. And I think he can score pretty well. Well, not Finn O'Sullivan. So I'm going to get Finn Callahan in. And... Oh, wait, but that means I can't afford Sam Cumming. How do you spell his name? Hang on, let me put the side back there so I can... Sam Cumming. What? Why is he not showing up? There we go. So, 176,000. Okay, so this is not going to work because I think I have to get Sam Cumming in. Like, 280s on the dot. Like, I think he's going to be a really good mid-season rookie. How do I get him? How do I make this work? I'm basically 50k short, so I could trade. If I traded out Tanner Brunn, I'd be able to afford it, but I don't want to do that. I feel like I'm gonna have to boost to make this work. Either that, or I just do a double downgrade this week, and then potentially like a double upgrade next week. That could possibly work. Um, Actually, who do GWS have this week? Oh, they have Essendon. Okay, nah, I need Finn Callahan this week. Um, maybe I should use my last boost. Jeez, I don't really want to do this, but I need to get, and that means if I use a boost, I can get There's another Richmond rookie. I forgot what his name is, but he's like 99k. Where is he? Yeah, like Tom Burton. That means I can get him as well. What position is he? He's a mid. Okay, that means I need to probably trade. Okay, well, let's see. Let's get Burton in at the flex, which means I think I need to trade out a midfielder to get Sam Cumming because none of these guys have DPP. Um, it might have to be Sardars to be honest. But if Sardars gets put back in this team, I kind of want to keep him because I think he's got more money to make if he plays again. Although, like Brad Scott, I don't think Brad Scott actually likes him that much. To be honest, like he always Sardars always seems to have a couple games in the midfield and then gets dropped. So I don't know. Is it worth? Is it worth it? I could trade out Anderson, but I think he should still be fine. I think this was just one bad game. Because Sam Cumming does not have DPP, so I need to trade out a midfielder, which is pretty annoying. Unless I trade out Bill Myers and keep like Farrow. Because like, what is Bill Myers break even? 57. Because I feel like Bill Myers' job security is pretty bad. I feel like he could get dropped again. Grill's break even's pretty bad. Jacob Farrow's is. I feel like I can hold Farrow for one more week. Let's do this. Let's trade out Myers. Put Farrow back. Is this gonna work? Should work. And then wait, what am I doing? So Grill, Myers, and okay, that means I can now trade out. Hang on, I'm like blanking here on what to do. Hang on, let's restart this. Trying to figure out how to make this work. So first we'll do this. No, sub him off, you stupid. So we're trading Myers and Grill. Move Grill here. Trade out Sam Grill. Trade out Myers and get in Finn Callahan and Tom Burton. Okay, which means that now, wait, I still need to trade out a mid. This doesn't even, wait, this doesn't actually fix anything, I don't think. Does it? Dude, am I stupid? Because, like, if I trade out Farrow now, like, I've got no one to, like, I can move Marshall into the fence, but then I've got no one to put forward. Dude, I'm actually, like, tripping here. Yeah, this is not gonna work, bro. Dang. So, well, in that case, I might keep Farrow, and I'm gonna still have to trade out a mid. I think it's gonna have to be Sardars, to be honest. It could be Smith. Actually, maybe I'll do Smith because like I feel like his cash gen is pretty much done anyways, and he's like scoring. He's only scoring 60s and 70s now, so maybe just trade out Smith and then get in Sam Cumming because I think starters should get back into the team, and if he does, I think he should make more money, like another 50k. Alright, now we'll put, I guess, put Cumming at flex. Dude, it'd actually be if Tanner Brunn had defender DPP, that would just make things a lot easier. Who do we field? Because I don't really want to field Burton. Maybe we field Sarders. Because if Sarders is not back this week, then maybe I'll field like Rechko or something like that. And then here, get Naz on the field. Probably just field Lindsay. And then I'll probably field Philippou. And in terms of captains and vice captains, so Freo Hawks is nothing. Brisbane Carlton, I'm not vicing Sam Walsh. Port Doggies, I could vice one of Butters or Bont. Should I do that? GWS Essendon, I could vice Callahan because he could potentially go like 140, 150. And then the other one I'm thinking about is Gawn against West Coast, but I'm a little hesitant to do this because of Max Heath. So yeah. Although, do I have a loophole? I have Zakostelski, but he's playing here, which means that my vice captain would have to be playing before him, and I have no one playing in this game. That's not good. Because I don't think I have any other loops, do I? I mean, if Sardis doesn't play, I could use him as a loop. But if Sardis is playing, I don't actually think I have a loophole. Dang. Well, if I don't have a loophole, I reckon I might just chuck it on Finn Callahan, to be honest. But yeah, we'll see. If Sardis is not playing, then I'll probably just use him as a loop. And if he is playing, then I think I'm just going to back in Finn Callahan. Which is probably stupid. Like, I should probably... Actually, no. Scrap that. If Sardis is not playing and I can loop him, I will go Callahan into Gawn. But if Sardis is playing and I don't have a loop, I think I'm just going to put it straight on either Gawn or Bont. Because I think you can trust that Gawn and Bont will both get over 100. Like, Bont's just Bont. And even though Gawn's scoring has suffered with Max Heath, he's still been getting 100. And he's got West Coast this week, which is an absolute donkey of a matchup. So, and I still reckon the Max Heath thing could be temporary. Like, I feel like they might just be giving Gawn like a rest. I mean, I could be wrong, but hopefully I'm right. So, yeah, look, if I have a loophole, I'll VC Callahan because I do think he could go nuts against Essendon. But if I don't have a loophole, I'm probably just going to go Gawn or Bont. So, anyways, I think that's the end of the round 8 review. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next week.